Today we have N.M.E at 1-0 versus the 1-0 Slow Rollers. We've got Mad Dog and Wild Games on N.M.E, and their opponents Kidney Kin and Death Vaders will be trying very hard to beat this team. Enemies looked pretty hot their first week. They looked pretty confident, pretty good. I thought it was going to take longer for them to gel, but they did quite well. What do you think, Water?
I wasn't personally there for the match, but I mean, it seemed it seems pretty good to me so far.
Right. Me
Uh,
personally, for predictions, I'm going to take N.M.E on this one. Vader's been a very good player. If you've seen his season one run, it was quite impressive. Dare I say Mahomie, but I'm going to have to take N.M.E on this one, pretty convincingly.
yeah, even with talking to them before the game, even slow rollers weren't too confident in their own capabilities, so I'm probably
Yeah.
leaning more toward enemy as well.
All right. So both the casters predicting N.M.E. Let's get this on the road. Chalet. Once again, Enemy has already played this map. I was not there for the Slow Rollers match, but if you would happen to know that, whether or not they played here as well. Different week means different map pool. This map does stay in it, however, as we get the bands coming in here shortly. Valkyrie and Dokkaebi. The Valkyrie ban is interesting. Obviously, we saw a lot of Valkyrie from Vader's old teammate. I'm wondering if Vader is trying to employ some of that um, with his new teammate as well. Kind of keep the same system, just kind of swapping out players. Fenrir and Ram also getting taken off the board. It's going to be interesting to see how all
Um,
those picks play out. I don't know who all really goes. Ram, very annoying to deal with in certain lower floor objectives. A lot of wood flooring above objectives here, so the Ram ban is pretty good.
yeah, and they immediately go for the downstairs play, so it seems they were just doing it regardless of whether they assumed they were going to play it or not, just to
Yeah,
get away from the inconvenience.
very smart play
Attackers need to
all
locate and defuse a
around.
bomb.
Just to go over some previous history. Mad Dog himself 1.03 KD, highest rank of Champ 1. Wild Games, 1.01 KD, highest rank of Gold 5. Kidney Can just is getting really started, not applicable. We don't know what rank, he doesn't have a highest rank. He hasn't really played ranked, but he does have a 1.39 KD to show for it. And Death Vader in ranked has a 1.06 KD and a high rank of Emerald 5. I guess the deciding factor for me on what I think is going to happen is really going to come down to what Kidney can do as Vader's teammate. I think Vader can go toe to toe with just about anyone in the league, but I do worry about Ken and his performance.
This is going to be my first time seeing Kidney play, so I am kind of
I think
interested
first
in
for me as well, yes.
how he's gonna help out with the dynamic. I know Death Vader is very aggressive, always has been.
Yep.
Uh,
Heavy roamer.
Alright, so we're seeing a back push from N.M.E rather than going straight to the wall.
Vader's hanging around. He might be able to get a pick here. Oh my,
Aldi
he's
going for
right
the
there.
fuse.
Down goes Mad Dog. Great early pick. Just Wild Games left. Not
That
exactly what
was
you'd want to start.
a great play by Vader. Very unfortunate for Mad Dog getting swung due to his teammate's sound.
Yeah, this is a difficult peak. I don't know if I'd want to go through here.
Being very cautious on his way down blue. Not really the best place for a fuse to be. He does see Mira though when they rotate.
I think Vader's looking at for Tootsies. Can't quite find him. Here's audio comms. Comms it. They know exactly where he is. It's just about killing him. Ooh, Wild Games pre-fires. No one there to find. Shoots the extinguisher and gets out of there. Smart play, but with only 50 seconds left, it's going to be hard to rotate into an area of which you desire. More fuse charges going down. I don't know if that's really what you would have wanted there. You kind of alerted them of where you've moved to. If anything, I would have wanted to place that and then wait on it.
Yeah, it seems like Wild Games is in sort of a panic after that early Mad Dog pick. He's just trying to make do with what he's got, but he's being very frantic, not really committing to anything.
Oh, he's gonna.
Almost
He might be able to get a
himself.
diffuser down here. Oh no, drops off of it. Can he get Vader? Not quite. With the mirror there,
They know
it's
they
gonna
have
be
the time advantage here.
very difficult. Good kill from Ken there.
Very good start for the slow rollers there.
Yeah, slow roller starting out very convincing. I agree. It's interesting to see how N.M.E. maybe they're not as strong as we thought off their week 1 performance.
Hey, what are you streaming this on? Sorry.
YouTube. We are live on YouTube.
Is it your normal account?
Yes, should be.
I don't know. Maybe it's just not loaded for me, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Ignore that.
Technical difficulties there for
Yeah, I
a
was
very
making sure it
short
was working.
second.
I didn't.
Yeah, no, we've had it happen before. It's good that we check and make sure that everything's running. Obviously,
Yeah, on
nothing's
your home
perfect.
screen, it shows that it's running on the live, though it does not. So that was really weird. Okay.
Oh,
YouTube.
okay. Yeah, I just saw it on my feed as well. Just double checking, making sure everything sounds good. If you could for me, just make sure that the audio is working properly. Make sure to mute before you do that. That'd be wonderful. Master Bedroom is the next pick for the slow rollers after taking round 1.
All right, we're good on audio. Okay.
10 seconds
Alright,
remaining.
wonderful. Rotate into bathroom. Lots of reinforcements. They're reinforcing really well here. I wonder if that Mira is going to get banned when we get to the next operator ban phase.
Yeah, he does seem to like Mira, or Vader may be asking him to run him, but I'm not sure he understands like the full potential of Mira. How he has this Mira in a hallway, completely reinforced off, just completely just used for intel. Would be probably more beneficial to have.
Vader looking to get
something
another
shoot
early
from.
pick. Drone's going to go out. Surely they see him. I think Mad Dog's... No. Yeah.
Is he fake not seeing him?
Yeah.
Gotta reload.
Fires doesn't land a single bullet there. That's kind of difficult.
Besides the retreat, it's probably his best play there.
Yeah. Gets another drone. Only one drone left for N.M.E.
Getting those drones early really do help in these games.
Hard breach is coming out.
Only two.
Oh, last drone. Nope, not the last drone gone. Vader's in a really difficult spot. Really difficult spot. And Ken
We do
seems
the
to be putting
wall.
himself in that spot. Same spot.
It seems like Wild Games is going to be going for the flank, while Mad Dog is just waiting patiently on the wall. Maybe expecting to get flanked as well, but they're just at a stalemate right now.
Whoever wins this backside gunfight is going to kind of decide this game, I feel.
We are seeing some movement from Mad Dog now.
I mean, he doesn't know, but he could go in there and plant for free.
If he goes in, he will see Vader on the other side of the mirror as well.
Yeah. He's just very hesitant to do... Oh, no. Okay, he fakes it. That's going to cue Vader to maybe try and flank. Oh, Mad Dog's flanking Vader. This is crazy stuff. Nothing's
I don't
happening.
think he knows where he is. And he's going to get... Cool. Okay. Wild Games is starting to push up as well. This is going to be a down to the wire
Vader's
again.
right there. Surely he sees. Oh, gets the kill. Oh. Okay, Mad Dog gets the kill on Ken. I could have sworn Vader got some bullets off on him, but it doesn't look like that was quite the case.
Yeah.
Mad Dog's
Both
gonna
of N.M.E
smoke,
being at full health here.
swing, get across the B, and is going to plant with the help of Wild Games holding it. Vader is going to have to put up one crazy performance here. He's going to have to deliver in a very short amount of time.
It does look against his odds, but I've seen him do it before. Oh, he sees Wild Games though.
That's a lot of bullets. That drone was coming to help him too. That's an interesting bug. I can see through the ceiling.
I see that as well. It's a funny little chalet moment.
Yeah, never change, Siege.
No matter how many updates or server changes we get, still have these crazy little visual bugs. We are getting that Mira play again. I'm starting to think it's going to be a guarantee that it gets banned after. Even if it's just to put Ken in an uncomfortable situation.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You know, I agree. You gotta apply pressure to Ken. He's, I don't want to say the weakest link. Technically speaking, he's got the highest KD in this lobby right now. But he's only got 13 matches played.
Is that
on
time?
13 matches played on Xbox, 8 matches played on PC. That's all of it. He's got a .33 on PC and a .139 on Xbox.
10 seconds remaining.
A win rate of 46.2. And despite how little he's played, he's looked pretty decent. You know, ball knowledge a little lacking, but you'd think the win percentage might be like you either got two options. It's either really low or really high. He's kind of in the same boat as the rest of them. Mad Dog's the only one in this lobby with a lifetime win percentage above 50. Vader's got 49.2, which is still really good. Kidney Ken, though how little he's played, has a 46.2% win percentage. Wild Games has 48.3, but Mad Dog has 51.8.
Oh, very aggressive play from Mad Dog, walking straight in and getting Vader. This is a lot of pressure on Ken here.
Ken's been droned out, I believe.
They might be getting this plan off early, making this round a lot more efficient than the last one.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting. That first round they stole was quite impressive. Those outlets don't look very good on the right.
Ken
Anyway.
is being very quiet. I don't think Mad Dog even hears him.
Down goes Mad Dog, but wow, Wild Games with a quick reaction. Gets the trade and the round win after planting. That is good teamwork right there. And that's why it pays to be close to your teammates.
That almost paid off for Kidney Ken there. He got up on there, took out Mad Dog. Very good pick, but
Just turned his back, and that cost him. Let's see who the bans are here.
Run away.
Teams are waiting. I feel like the first set of bans. Azami Ace. You know, Azami I can understand. Ace was very annoying. A thorn in the side, shall I say, to slow rollers. So that isn't that crazy. Azami was very annoying. Of course, Vader's been going it, and I feel like with this team, you just target ban whoever Vader's using.
Yeah, I do believe Vader was going the Azami alibi as a scapegoat, so that way after the ban he can finally use his Cav, as he is a notorious Cav lover.
Yeah, forcing Vader onto Cav is not what I would want to do.
Yeah, if anything, I would prefer to keep him on the Azami rather than the Cav, because then with the Azami, he may or may not be closer
Attackers
to
need to
site, but
locate
with the
and
Cav, you
defuse
never know
bombs.
where he's going to be.
Yeah, it plays right into his play style.
And we are getting a bar play, which is very versatile for a Cav. There's a lot of area where they can come from, and I believe he's going to take advantage of that.
Especially if you
He's
try
also
and
good
push
from here
anywhere
as
from
well.
B site, you can come from really anywhere.
Yeah. We do have a fuse play as of right now from Wild Game, so maybe they're planning to go from above.
10
Yeah.
seconds to insertion.
It's gonna have to
we
be
are
top down.
We are reinforcing the
5 seconds
hatches,
left before
so
insertion.
we're not getting like a straight flank play from
Attackers
Vader,
are heading
so
out
he is
to defuse
playing
a
a
bomb.
little more
Smoke speaks so highly
like
of you.
guarded.
If you see her again, tell her.
Both their drones ended up above A site. Obviously, the fuse would imply that they're going to. Oh, Mad Dog goes straight into the objective, gets the kill on the Kidney Ken. Wild Games immediately diffuser down. Vader gonna have to make some plays here. Doesn't get any damage onto Mad Dog. Pistol duel, no good.
Reload.
Oh my goodness.
This is a very tough
This is
position here for
very
Vader.
tense for Vader. Yeah, never was really going to play out in his favor there. Surprised he lived as long as he did. And once
Yeah.
again, no ceiling. That's how intense the gameplay is. They've knocked the roof straight off of this map.
Yeah, it seems they got that drone. They realized that he was going to be off-site. He wasn't too far off, but they still capitalized on the fact that Kidney Ken had not finished his setup, and they scrapped the top-down play and just went straight in. It was a very good move by them. The team wasn't really prepared. It seems like they're switching it up, though, now to counter that. Going to the Frost instead. Yeah, very well executed though from N.M.E.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Capitalize on an
bombs.
opportunity. You don't get that every round, and they probably won't get an
Attackers
opportunity
have
like that
discovered
again
the
for the
location
game.
of a bomb.
Yeah, no, that was a very... I mean, you'd think with the fuse they would have gone up, but I guess they just noticed that there wasn't a whole lot of pressure with Vader out of sight. You can just push Ken immediately. Great pick,
I believe they
by the way.
spotted him
Yeah.
as Cav and switched to Deimos, so that way, if it did get drawn out, they would be able to target him as well. So
Yeah, it
good
was very
team
smart.
decisions going on here.
10 seconds remaining.
We are seeing a switch to Aurora.
5 seconds
That
remaining.
is, they could do a lot of things to Aurora. I'm personally a big fan of Aurora.
Attackers'
I
objective
run
is to
her a
defuse
lot.
a bomb.
They could still go straight for the window and then just seal off the room instead. That is plausible. But it does seem we have a better sight hold this time from slow rollers being with Def Vader in sight. No hatch reinforcement though. That could come in for problems later here.
Same site. I don't know if I agree. I guess the frost mat to, counter the window push, but I just don't think they're gonna do that again. That's a one-time how we got ya moment, and and then you just take it, right? So now they're gonna do what I think their original plan was.
Storm panel deployed.
Yeah.
They left the hatches alone this time, so it's a completely different defensive setup, but very good
I do
setup.
think not getting the hatches is going to be a big issue for this team,
Yeah.
especially with, I believe the Mira is on a softball as well, so there is no defense when being on that Mira. It's basically completely useless now. We also have the Ying, which is very easy to do a plant if they were to drop.
Plus, I just don't think Kidney Ken's going to be able to play vertical with the Vector.
No, he's definitely not experienced. With Ken, just doesn't have the recoil control yet. I do believe they will continue to go bar though, until Death Vader is a very adamant against Kitchen. It's just not his cup of tea, I suppose.
Interesting flank
So-
coming out from Wild Games. Vader just knows. Wow.
And I have both of them in main lobby.
Screening.
Does Mad Dog know Vader's on his right?
Oof, down goes Ken. Vader gets the pick. Here comes Wild Games. Gets the trade. Wow. Yeah, this is kind of what I've expected so far. This bug is really jarring. Anyway, it looked really close to a headshot. I think Vader almost just an inch away from pulling off a great clutch there.
This back and forth right there is that we're seeing almost every round is what is allowing N.M.E to stay ahead in this game. Like, they're right there to take back what the other person wasn't able to capitalize on.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the team, the chemistry right there is showing a lot more with them.
Yeah. I would like to point out, if you look back, look at the tape from Season 1, right? Mad Dog took a team that I wouldn't necessarily say talent-wise was a championship caliber team to the championship game, right? Or, you know, he took them all the way to the end of the tournament.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
He
Mad Dog
didn't
is
necessarily
very good.
have a teammate that could just refrag, right?
No.
So you weren't picking up on trades. You weren't, you didn't have a teammate that could just capitalize upon your death, right? It was very much the Mad Dog show, and he had to go out there and kill everyone. He doesn't have to do that anymore. Wild Games is a very competent player, a very solid teammate. I think this is a very solid team. Is it an over-the-top talent team? Not quite, but I think solid is what you need in a 2v2 style game.
5 seconds to
Yeah,
insertion.
the difference between skill between your leader
Attacker's
and
objective is to defuse a
your
bomb.
teammate is what a lot of times is what sells the game, honestly. And so the gap between Wild Games and Mad Dog is a lot slimmer than his previous teammates, which allows them to work a lot better together.
And not to mention that Mad Dog still has those games or even weeks where he's just gonna go and he's just gonna say, "Screw you guys, I'm here, we win." He's one of those players. I'd say Vader is one of those players at times where he decides the game before you can even really do anything. Mad Dog's one of those players. We've got a few other guys that are like that as well.
We do have a switch up on the defensive strat. We have Ken pulling out a new op. We got Deimos. No, I can't. What the? Denari. My brain. And then Vader with the pulse. He is going to be playing below now.
He's gonna get a pick. There's absolutely no way he doesn't get a pick.
I wonder if he's going to wait for the plant.
Oh
though,
my
or
God.
He's going to try to get
Down
Jacob.
goes Wild Games. Curry for 3. Bang.
This is a very good pick. Stops them from getting a wall. Stops the pressure from the fuse. Now we have Mad Dog by himself.
Great pick for Mad Dog. He's got sight all to himself. If he could just realize it. Or actually, no, Vader's immediately back before I could even realize.
It doesn't even matter that Mad Dog's by himself. He immediately
Here's the
capitalizes on it.
defuse. He's
bringing
going to
it a
charge.
1v1.
Mad Dog gets off of it. Going to plant right by the A-bomb. Is Vader going to be able to capitalize off of it? Mad Dog turns around. Challenge has to be coming soon. Turns around. I don't know if that's the greatest idea in the world. He's going to get away with it.
First shot's
Mad Dog's going to
fired.
push
Mad
the
Dog
issue
is-
now, knowing exactly where he is. Vader gets the kill! Massive disadvantage there for
big
Vader.
win right
Great
there
kill.
for Vader.
Yeah, much needed. Mad Dog 6-4 has had the edge over Vader in a lot of their opportunities, their one-on-ones. But Vader takes that one. 4-2. They desperately need some attacking wins now.
4 wins on attack is very difficult to recover from for the slow rollers. Vader he's a kind of a balance between attack and defense, so I'm not going to say he's more reliant on his defensive plays. So I do think he still has a chance, but it just depends on how well him and his teammates are going to be able to cooperate on the attack rather than how like separated they were on the defense.
Vader's life is very important on attack and defense, but I think more so on attack. I feel as though Azira and Mira bands coming out as well as Dokkaebi and Valkyrie. I feel like if Vader is not alive to make Ken feel more comfortable, Ken will kind of just sit and we see that a lot with newer players kind of sit and kind of just freeze up in their spot and not really go anywhere. We kind of saw that with Wild Games when Mad Dog went down as well.
Yeah, having a teammate that is better than you is a very big confidence booster, and so when you lose that, you lose a lot of that confidence, and it makes you like a lot more skeptical and second guess yourself. But I mean, as we can see, round after round, anybody has a chance to shine in this tournament, regardless of what your rank is or your KD. So, maintaining that confidence even when your teammate goes down is a big factor in this.
All right, second floor office and piano room. Coming out here. See if the setup really deviates at all. I mean, you have to get what Mad Dog's reinforcing here. This wall you have to get. But honestly, if you bring Hard Breach anyway, which it does not look like Vader and Ken are doing, it doesn't really matter if you reinforce it. I guess you can't shoot through it. That helps. But with no wall denial.
5 seconds to
More
insertion.
on taking the utility away from them, making Wild Games completely useless.
Yeah.
That probably will help in the best interest. Fenrir is very annoying to deal with, especially if they're maintaining their gadgets properly.
Very true.
We do see the Lion play from Kidney Kin. I did expect him to go somewhat supportive. I wonder if we'll get any other ops like Finka out here. But
Vader entering
Vader
through
does
basement, it
use
looks
his
like.
drone.
That's tough.
Building field.
You know, with the line that's there, there's not really an excuse.
Yeah, not anymore at least. And then to immediately lose it as well. This
That's
point,
tough.
just giving the defense time. It's not really something you want to do in a tournament like this. Yeah, I believe that was his Brava drone that was shot as well, so now he's only down to one, so he will not
Yes.
be able to take all the Fenrirs.
It looks like this one might get shot out as well.
Second floor.
I think he was able to get one, but that is kind of wasted opportunity there. I mean, you got to protect those drones. You got to take the utility. Even if you can't take the operator's utility, take cameras, anything, honestly. Because now it's just up to his gun skill, which is never a problem for Vader, I suppose.
Wild Game's still on cams. I wonder what he's seeing right now. That's going to be quite annoying. Going to have to get out of there.
Yes,
Shoots it.
there's
That'll
that
help.
thing immediately causing a problem for him.
If that drone doesn't get
Very-
instantly shot out, yeah, we were not looking at that big of an issue. Mad Dog's got a good flank. I'd expect him to get at least one here.
Well, it's
That
soft,
smoke's
I
gonna
wonder if
change
they'll
things.
take advantage of that.
Good cross from Vader there
Not
into
connecting a
bathroom.
single shot with Matt.
Ooh, that's close. Oh my, both of the top frags, a low HP. Punch hole doesn't get the reload though. That's crucial. Oh my, that should be a kill. That should have been a kill. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
This
This
is
is so
really-
tense. Oh no! Down goes Ken as well. That feels like it's such a winnable round for Vader and company, and it just
Yeah,
didn't roll their
Vader-
way.
Not finishing that reload when making that punch hole really
Yeah.
gave him the round. Like he had him off guard. Mad Dog never even heard it.
It's a tense situation. You can't really blame him for it. You just wish that reload had completed.
Yeah. The one bullet reload is such an interesting update to the game. It definitely makes you think twice about everything you do. I mean, you gotta way more attentive to your ammo and timing.
I mean, he really only needed the one. You only needed one more bullet to finish him off there, and I don't really love the angle he chose to attack. I guess he probably didn't think that Mad Dog was in the closet there, but we're still waiting for Mad Dog to leave the closet, to be honest.
Maybe. I'd be more likely to see Wild Games running out of there, but
He's been out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, so we've got immediately a kitchen hold rather than a basement.
Mm-hmm. Very
Mad
interesting.
Dog is very confident above ground.
10 seconds to go.
I remember talking to him recently about how he
5
would
seconds
like
to go.
to avoid the basement in this map. I don't know, it's just a personal
Attacker's
preference, I
objective is to
suppose.
defuse a bomb.
So,
To each his own, I guess.
yeah,
What a
we do see a
drag.
very defensive
You
hold
can
here. We've got
handle
the castle and the echo.
Vader's immediately into the map. Immediately. Walls getting destroyed. They're going to have a crouchable way to get in and immediately punching castle barricades. If this isn't the most blatant push I have ever seen, I think Mad Dog might get the kill on Vader here. Yeah,
No.
wow. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. That is
Wow.
disgusting.
Wow.
What a play.
That right there. Like,
It's stuff like that
triggered
that sent
this
his team to the championship in Season 1. Mad Dog is a disgusting player.
yeah. I mean, I wonder if he just didn't hear him moving or if he just thought he was still in sight, but that's the lack of droning there too.
Yeah.
Though he was really confident. I mean, you have to be confident, but when you're right there against sight, and especially when it's barricaded off, you gotta be a little more visual. You can't just rush into things and expect it to go
Well,
your way. when
you've
you
got to
have
remember, Season 1, right, which has been primarily, Season 2 was cut very short, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Season 1, his teammate would drone him in. Vader doesn't really drone, right? He
Attackers
face
need to
drones
locate
pretty
and
much
defuse
everything.
as many bombs as they
But,
can.
you know, he's not a droner. He's just not a droner, and it's gonna take a while for maybe he can mold Ken into that later in the season, and they can become a dark horse for the championship, or even make
Yeah.
it just far into the tournament. I think they'd enjoy that. But right
may-
now, as it sits, not great.
Yeah, that may be a problem for him with his team dynamic. You can't just expect obviously we
10
don't know what's
seconds
going
left
on in
before
their
insertion.
comms, but you can't just expect your teammate to have
5
everything
seconds
figured
left.
out for you as well. Sometimes you have to lead your teammate. Maybe Ken can be a
Attackers
better
must
fragger
locate
for
and
him
defuse
rather,
the
like
bomb.
him set him up, but he's relying too much on himself, I think, which I can't really blame him. Ken doesn't have a lot of experience, but that also means we don't know what he's capable of. So.
Yeah. Very different from Season 1, when you kind of got an established teammate, a very quality teammate, and now you have to find yourself leading the team, not just kind of asking, hey, can you do this, and they do it, but asking, hey, can you do this, and then explaining how to do it exactly how you need it done, and for them to start to develop that understanding of exactly what you mean when you ask for them to do something. Everyone has a system, and Vader needs to teach Ken that system to the best of his ability. They're very quietly going through basement right now.
Drone activated.
Oh, spotted on Cam. That com's gonna go out. Wild Games using Cav, that's unusual, if I feel.
Yeah, it seems like he's capitalizing on the fact that they're basement and immediately pushing them.
He's
rather
gonna
than
have
playing
to
for
wait.
Yeah, he has stopped.
Ooh, down goes Vader. Great kill from Mad Dog. Unfortunately, we missed it.
Yeah, I was not over there, but that is a big pick. That is also diffuser.
Here comes... Oh, wow! I did not think Ken was going to be looking. I swapped over to Wild Games, and the next thing I know, he's dead. I thought that was surefire.
This is a big round for Ken right here. This is all the marbles. Will he be able to capitalize, make a name for himself?
Mad Dog is definitely not who I'd want to go up against in my first really tense moment. It's match point for him.
Yeah, this is not how I imagine Vader wanted this round to
He's
go,
used all of his
but
Candelas, I think. Nope, still one more, but I don't love the setup here. These footholes, I don't think he's going to be very aware of them. Mad Dog should have a pretty easy kill here. All he needs is a fraction of a pixel, and this game is over.
yeah, it seems like Kidney's playing very reserved, very scared, it seems.
I mean, I would be too. Mad Dog's going to fire, get the headshot, and that's going to be a very, very decisive win for N.M.E here. And I don't think it's a question of who the MVP is. It is going to be Mad Dog once again. Let's get him in here.
Yeah, 7-2 is always a hard loss, especially coming after a win. You have your confidence up, and then it's just shot right back at you. Maybe they'll take this time to reflect and build their team dynamic more, come up with
I
better
hope so.
strategies that work for them.
Vader's already gone out of the lobby. That was very quick. I don't think he's happy at all. I don't think he is happy at all, and I understand why. I'm sure he's having a very difficult time explaining things to someone who's very new at the game. Mad Dog's played really well, really well. Was it 11 kills, 4 deaths, I believe. He was 6-4 at one point. He did. I don't think he died defensively.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Welcome, Mad Dog. This game's
Thank you
MVP.
for having me.
congratulations. Let's start off with that. It's a very nice win.
Thank you.
I'd first like to go and talk about your one-on-ones with Vader. It seemed like you were kind of dominating the team as a whole, but you won your 1v1s with Vader. So I'm going to ask you, what was your thought process when approaching someone that was very aggressive?
Try and play a little more laid back, but also play aggressive every now and then, just so him playing aggressive, he doesn't know what to expect on the other side. If that makes sense.
That's fair. When you were Castle, how much were you cheesing when he did not see you?
I was really kind of hoping the Ying would walk through too, like with him, so I could just get the easy 2 kills instead of having to go find the other one. But finding the other one wasn't that hard, so it wasn't that.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal play. Honestly, just no reaction at all. It was very well played.
Thank you.
I want to ask a question about your teammate. I believe he went even. Was it 4-4, maybe 5-4, somewhere around there? How would you rate his performance today?
Really well. I think there's not going to be many teams that can stop us, and I really hope if we can go on this season undefeated, that would be pretty nice.
Right, and then just to follow up with that, Wild Games got some pretty important game-winning trades. I think he won 2 rounds, got the final kill. At least 2 rounds where immediately you died, and he immediately refragged and got the kill. I was very impressed with it. He seems to be playing off of you very well. It's very different from what we saw season 1. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm liking his ability to frag. I really do. It's just he lacks some call-out knowledge, which we can work through. Obviously, left and right should work in most case scenarios. But in general, I don't think there's really much he lacks. So there's not really much to have to make up for as a teammate.
Very
It's just
interesting.
feeding off each other's energy and pushing with the same mindset.
Right. So season 1, you had a not the greatest teammate in the world, but you still made do with it. I know earlier in the season it was kind of just a frag show with just seeing how many kills you could pile up, and it was kind of like the prime Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson, Detroit Lions, where it was you put up a bunch of stats and it didn't really go anywhere in the beginning of the season, but you built on it, and towards the end of the season you guys started to look pretty good. Is there any advice you could give to maybe Vader, who's leading a team in a kind of a similar position right now?
I mean, realistically, he's just got to make sure that he stays calm with his teammate, get the chemistry up, of like working together on a siege team, and then just kind of build up his frag ability. Because his frag ability is probably like, I wouldn't even say it's probably bad. His game knowledge is probably what lacks the most. So as long as he's keeping up, playing with him, trying to get him involved in like the callouts and stuff, we should see some improvement.
All right, that's all for me.
Which, if did they win their first game? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Any like questions, Luke?
So since we finished our first round and this is your game of the second round, is there any teams that you're looking at so that you think is going to be your biggest challenge?
Either the Wiggles, I would say, is probably one of the main challenges, and then I think going into the game against 1970, it will just depend on how good Lenny's playing, and if he's not playing great, I feel like that shouldn't be that too hard as a matchup.
Right. Well, thank you. Great game. Very impressive. Crazy plays from both sides. We had some great plays from you and Vader, respectively. Wild Games looked very solid. N.M.E advances to 2-0 on the season. Slow Rollers falls to 1-1. That'll be all from the Spam Invitational. Thank you all for watching. We will catch you on the flip side.